A full reference for wearing, washing, and repairs can be found in the packet included with Charlie Cardinal, or on the Google Docs linked in the description. Charlie Cardinal should be washed before being put away for the year, and at any time that he is especially dirty after wear. Since Charlie Cardinal is stored at the school, I will be using this costume to demonstrate the washing process. However, this costume is fairly clean and doesn't need to be washed right now, so I will just be miming what to do without actually washing it. The whole washing process can take an entire day. The actual washing doesn't take very long, but drying the costume can take many hours, and you will need to check up on it several times to brush out the fur and flip things over. Let's start by putting the body in the wash. The body of the costume can be hand or machine washed. To hand wash, wash it just like the head or the feet, which will be explained in a second. To machine wash, follow these steps. In order to machine wash, you will need a washing machine with a cold water setting and gentle laundry detergent, such as Woolite. It should be set to a gentle cycle or rinse cycle and be on the coldest water setting. Never use warm or hot water, as it will permanently ruin the fur. First, remove the extra eyelids from the pocket on the leg. On the Charlie Cardinal, the pocket should be right around this area. Next, remove the 2 padding pillows from the legs. These can also be machine washed, but should be taken out of the body for washing. Starting with the legs, turn the bodysuit inside out and tuck the wings and tail inside of the body. Carefully reach inside and zip the body up. Put the body and the pillows into the wash and allow the washer to soak them in water. When there is a decent amount of water in the wash, add some detergent. I find it helpful to mix the detergent with water in a separate container and then dump it onto the suit. Close the lid and allow the wash to finish its cycle. While the suit is in the wash, you can begin working on the head and the feet of the costume. To wash the head, partially fill a tub, container, or large sink with cold to room temperature water. Once again, do not use warm or hot water for this. Mix in some detergent. Soak a rag in the water and begin washing the outside of the head. Do not scrub inside the eyes. Use the same method to clean the inside of the beak. With a dry hand, reach inside the back of the head and remove the battery pack. It is at the back of the head inside of the opening in the lining. Thread the wire out through the beak and keep the battery outside for the rest of the process. Do not allow the battery, cord, or the LEDs in the eyes to get wet. Wash the inside of the head in the same way as the outside. You may want to use more water on the inside to help wash out any sweat. Clean the inside very thoroughly, as this is where mold likes to grow if it is not kept clean. At this point, you can carefully soak the neck and the back of the head in the water. Careful not to get the electronics wet while doing this. Gently squeeze out as much water from the neck and head as you can, and set the head aside. Make sure to support the lower jaw when you lift it, as it will be very heavy once wet. Clean the feet in a similar manner, making sure to thoroughly clean the insides. You can completely soak them in the water if you want to, but it is not necessary. Keep in mind that soaking the feet entirely will make them take longer to dry. Empty your container and fill it with clean water. No detergent this time. Wash the head and feet in the same manner as before. The main goal right now is to wash out all of the soap from the costume. Squeeze the water out of the costume and check that all visible dirt has been removed. If there are any spots left, you may need to wash that area again, or try cleaning it with a different method from the packet. Remove the bodysuit from the wash and check that it is fully cleaned. Any remaining marks may need to be hand washed or spot cleaned. It is now time to dry the costume. You will need some sort of drying rack to put the costume onto, where it will get airflow on all sides. A fan or fans is also super helpful. Lay the costume out to dry. Do not hang it up, as the added weight of the water can stretch the fabric. Set the head on its side and roll back the neck to allow air into the head. If you have a spare fan, you can aim it into the head. If the body is relatively dry, you can gently brush it out. If it's still pretty wet, leave everything to dry a while before you start brushing. You want to brush everything out before it dries completely, but not while it is soaking wet. Let the costume dry a while. Make sure to check on it every hour or two to brush it again and flip things over. Continue this process until everything is dry and brushed. Make sure that everything is completely dry before you put it back into storage.
That's all! Your costume is now fresh and ready to go.